What's up, everybody? What's up? This is Floridian Rollo coming at you with an early live stream. As you enter into the chat, make sure you hit the like video button, share the video, etc., etc. We're going to have this serious conversation. They're not feeding the flock. That's right. You see, you're not supposed to be boasting and bragging if you're dealing with the Lord. The people see what you're doing. The people see what you're doing. And it seems like now we have a situation to whereas the boasting and bragging with set individuals disrespecting the audience, the people that's supposed to know the truth, and they're starting to make it about them now. They're not making it about the Most High. That's what we're starting to see. You have these set individuals have an issue with Ringo, have an issue with Brainwiz, myself, anybody else, the Rufus, the born again Israelites, when we trying to correct what's going on, what transpired the last 4 months. Brainwiz wanted to mediate the situation, and guys wanted to get together to make amends. Well, some people don't want to make amends. Now you got these other people that don't have no truth in them, just making response videos every single day to get their numbers up, to get their subscribers up, yet complaining about subscribers that have subscribers. This is crazy. This is high school all over again. Christ don't care about how many numbers you have, how much you got going on. That's not going to get you in the kingdom. What's going to get you in the kingdom is that you're saving souls. And that they need to know, no matter how much you do, if it's not of the Lord, it's of the devil. At the end of the day, it's of Satan. You can't serve both. You can't be lukewarm. And so we have a lot of lukewarm people now. And they want you to be lukewarm. They want you to be in the society. And I said this before these situations occurred, right? By the Most High perspective, that we're going to see a change after the eclipse in 2024. And we're seeing it now. And it seems like nobody wants to correct that individual Newgrass. You have people that's worshiping Newgrass. They don't want to call him out. They worshiping him like he's a god. Like how they doing with D. Dowell. He can't do no wrong. Now, we could see, as a listener, as an observer, that people secretly love Newgrass as their God. And that's not good, because you're supposed to be following the ways of Christ and following the ways of the Lord. He could send people to give you the word. You're supposed to look into the word yourself as a listener, as an observer. People are letting the numbers get to them. The funds get to them. Ringo is correct about that. When people start getting certain funds, you notice their true colors. That's why I put that Sirach 12 for a reason. You can't know these people by how much they have, because they could be in adversity your enemy the whole entire time. They use what they have to bring you in. And then when you get involved with them, you start seeing them for who they are. And you start noticing certain things. And you start calling it out. Like how Ringo's been calling it out. How Greenwood's been calling it out. How I've been calling it out. Born Again Israelites been calling it out. Others been calling it out. You're starting to see a pattern. And what's happening is we're starting to see people worshiping man than Christ in the Lord. And you have people celebrating, thinking that you have fell off. They thought you will fall off. They thought that you don't have the word in you no more. And that's not to be the case. Sometimes the Lord wants you to let them see what's going on, and then we get this thing going. That's exactly what happened. I see we got Lost in the house. What's going on, Lost? Salute to you as well. I know it's very early. A lot of people still sleeping. So eventually, within an hour, I'll start to see more people in the chat because everybody was up watching a lot of interesting, great live streams last night. Selena. Then I seen Born Again Israelite video. And, you know, it's just, man, I'm telling you, man. I don't know how people is worshiping Newgrass like this, man. This is like a D-Dollar. This is like some Merlin Mansion type thing. I'm telling y'all, man, this is crazy. They really put in a lot of things in the air, and a lot of these people are showing their true hearts, man. This is crazy, man. It seems like they have an issue with me as well on a low. And it's like, how can you just say what you say? If you're a man of the Lord, man, you're supposed to know that no matter how much of a following you have, you can't disrespect small subscribers. I got an issue with that because we're supposed to be here to put the word out so our hands are clean, like in the book of Ezekiel. And it seemed like it's now becoming more actress Israelites are on the rise, y'all. This is crazy. What's up, Corey? What's going on? We got 2 members in the house. We got Lost, I already said what's up to. We got another member in the house, Corey. What's up? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. It seems like everything's going good. Thus far, all praises to the Lord. You don't hear no double echo, right? You guys don't hear no double echo, right? Everything's clear? No static? Let me know, y'all. Because you the chat, you the viewer, that's how we get this thing flowing. So, now it's starting to come to whereas we're not feeding the flock no more. It's more of, I have this going on, you ain't got nothing going on, you ain't got no funds going on, you ain't got the same support you ain't got going on. Everything's a joke now. This is not a joke, man. This stuff is not a joke. The Most High is not joking around with any of us. We really trying to get this thing going for the Most High, for the kingdom's sake of, you know, it's not for everybody. At the same time, we know people are going to listen and they can't say they didn't hear the word. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of set individuals who's trying to be famous off of Newgrass because Newgrass decided to give them a pitch, and they going crazy for Newgrass. You got Trend going crazy for Newgrass. You got Pepic Mindset going crazy for Newgrass. You got 3 Chicks going crazy for Newgrass. And Born Again Israelite pointed out something to Mark. Respectfully to Mark, he did say what he said. He was in that video and he did not really let Newgrass know what's going on. And the conversation was had already about it. And it seemed like he already made his decision. I saw what he said in the comment section to Born Again Israelite. I mean, you said about the views, bro. It's not about the views. You talked about certain things. You said what you said. At the same time, I have to correct you. Like how you corrected me and how we're supposed to correct each other. I mean, he's right because you did say in Ringo's chat that he used you. You did a video, you took it down, and you seemingly have issues with certain older men or who was correcting you. I was being corrected too, in the sense of what transpired, even though I had nothing to do with it, right? You don't see me upset with those guys. We chop it up as men. I retract what I said, they retract what they said. All you have to do is say what you have to say and keep it moving. So by you having an issue because Born Again Israelite has a smaller subscriber base, you don't think that he's teaching the word. Bro, we all could lose, Lord forbid, this channel that we have. And I'm not wishing it. That's the thing you gotta understand, like, the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away, and you know that. And so, I have to say this to you because you don't want to get involved. However, you got involved by being in both men's chat, Ringo's chat, and also Newbree's chat during the crash out. And that was your opportunity to let him know he was out of pocket. And so right is right, is wrong. When you corrected me in code, you corrected others in code in your own narrative, I have to teach you as an older brother a discernment that you was in the wrong. Now I know you're gonna get upset with me. I know you're gonna get upset with me. Yet I have to be doing the Lord's work. I already done lost a lot of support already. I already done lost a lot of support. I know what happens. I'm gonna lose more support. People gonna pull back. It is what it is. I have no control over that. I have no control over if the people pull their support. I have no control over if people unsubscribe. I have no control over if people don't want to deal with me no more. I have no control over that. The Most High is in control of all the stuff that's going on. And so, now it's getting to where the daughters of Zion is speaking their minds. The men of the Lord is speaking what the Lord is downloading to them. And all you had to do is say, you know what, Born Again Israelite, you're right. You're right. I was in both chats. Own up to the accountability and keep it moving, man. You was in both chats. You was in both chats. I said what I said about them, yes. Behind the scenes, in public, I said what I said. And I retract all those statements to Ringo. So, he retract his statements, the conversations he had behind the scenes and in public. Same thing with Brainwaves. And so, now we're starting to see channels. It's not about feeding the flock. I got more numbers than you. It's not supposed to be about that. It's supposed to be about showing people what's going on and how to better their life. That's what it's supposed to be about. That's what it's supposed to be about. I'm a testimony to what can happen to you and still do the Most High's work and not be in fear, not be in doubt because I'm not getting the support I'm supposed to get. See, the Lord could take anything away from you anytime. There was a time, just like Ringo, I went through it, even the other side. Dawa and them went through it. He got his thing. You see, you notice, tell me, you the viewers, notice when D Dawa got his monetization back, he been more disrespectful too. You see, when I got monetized back, I haven't been disrespectful, I've been transparent. Because I've been slandered and lied on, and I lost a lot of things, I just didn't lose sight of what the Most High had in store for me. And so, when I got remonetized, I was just doing what I'm doing. I'm still humble. You see the arrogancy in some of these content creators because of the support they get. One thing about Ringo, he gets a lot of support, he's still humble. You can say what you want to say about him, yet at the end of the day, as an observer, as a man of the Lord, learning myself, and transparency as time goes on, the man is still humble. He could easily not be humble because he get a lot of support. This is the thing, when you start seeing people get a lot of support, they evilness start to show more and more. You're supposed to be humble and even the support you get. And always remember this. Remember this. Remember what I tell you guys from the Lord perspective. He giveth and he taketh away. And it's not to say I want that to happen to anybody. What's up, Forever Studio? What's going on? I'm not saying that I want that to happen to anybody. Everybody's got to make money. Everybody's got to feed their family. What I'm saying is the Most High is giving you the warning to repent, to own up your accountability, and don't be a people pleaser to anybody. At the same time, he could give it and he could take it away like that. This is not a game, y'all. And when Ringo said, will these people still do content if their monetization was taken away? He did the content. Ringo wasn't monetized for 3 months. He got a family to take care of. The people supported the best way they could. And he kept doing the work. He kept doing the work. And one thing about him, he said it in one of his videos, and I stated it. You know, man's got to be taken care of from time to time because he's putting in the work, he's making a sacrifice. At the same time, he kept doing it. He kept doing it. It seemed like people don't want to feed the flock. They life is fattened. And they put it in your face. And I'm like, yo, dude, I seen that, man. I seen how money could change a lot of people. It ain't changed me. Because of your support, I got the things to invest back in the business. I could have used that money and been back to Florida already. Yeah, I know I kept my word. I'm going to get certain things, and I got certain things. It just so happens that because I'm not getting the support doesn't mean I'm not going to still teach the truth. I'm still going to teach the truth because the Lord knows if he wants me in a certain place, he will make it happen when it's supposed to happen. And I'm supposed to still feed the flock regardless because I do not want to be on this earth. Meaning, when the time comes, I want to go back to the home. I don't want to be in this fallen, wicked Esau's kingdom. I'm here to learn and to show other Jacobs that we must remove ourselves from Esau. Esau doesn't want to repent. Esau doesn't want to, he wants to be in replacement of us to go to the kingdom, and it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. I know people going to want me to put my support, so what I'm going to do is, just know I have this is my other Cash App. I don't want people, listen, I have 2 Cash Apps, y'all. So what I'm going to do is put both Cash Apps. Because people probably wondering if, that's my other Cash App, okay? I have 2 Cash Apps, y'all. So I'm going to put both of them. I normally put one, but I put both of them. All right? Those are both of my Cash Apps. Just in case you want to support the platform. So getting back to what I'm saying. As a man that's on the journey, going through the changes, going through the adversity, I still have to feed the flock. That's my mission, to feed the flock and to react to what's going on in this Hebrew Israelite actor and actresses society we starting to see. The Most High has shown us that he could make you a successful person, right? He has shown us this. Put a 5 if you can hear me loud and clear. Put a 5 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, y'all. The Most High has shown us that he could make you very successful. And he will test you out, just like he tests out the men of old, the men of renown, the prophets, the kings, etc. He can make you very successful. And if you start to let that successful change your relationship with the Lord, eventually the devil creeps in and he destroys you. He gets your soul, and then he elaborates you. If you're not careful. And that's what's going on. People's lives been fattened, and they disrespect those who have smaller subscriber base. You remember, you also had a small subscriber base too. You had a smaller subscriber channel. So we cannot let the numbers, we're not supposed to let the numbers distract us from what the importance is. I could talk about something else, and I could have 1,000, 2,000 people in here. I am capable of doing that if I want to go in my own marriage. No, the Lord has guided me to do this topic. I'm not going to do a topic just to do a topic to fatten my pockets. My pockets is going to be where it's supposed to be. And what I learned is that when your pockets is fattened, when you see most people's pockets is fattened, they don't give the Most High credit. Only a few does. Only a few give the Most High credit for bettering their lives, for bettering their family lives, their children's life. Only a few does it. Majority of people like, I did it, I put in the work. No, the Most High guides you to get a wife, to have children. And what's happening is you have some of these family men are bragging about situations that is very disturbing, to say the least. And then now you got these set individuals who are coming out the ramparts is glorifying Newgrass Just like they glorified D. Dowell. They can't do no wrong. You starting to see a pattern. Are y'all starting to see a pattern as a viewer, as a listener? Now you got these actors and actresses want to share your information, whatever you tell them, and use it as content and making a lot of money off of your pain. Making a lot of money off of your pain. Do you know pain? You can make a lot of money off of somebody else's pain and suffering. Whatever personal information you share with them, they come out, the woodwork, say what they say. And do what they do with it. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It takes a lot to be on point, even though you may not have certain things going your way. And still to do the Lord's work is commendable. To the best of your ability, it's commendable. And I really see it, how humble Ringo is of his stature. He hasn't changed. Brainwiz hasn't changed. Born again Israelites have been around many people. He's been around these world leader Israelites too. So he could see what's going on. And it's not that he has an issue with Mark. He does not have an issue with Mark. What he's showing Mark is that, hey man, look, this is what's going on. You part of this. He's showing scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And so to Mark, look, bro, you have to own up. Just like I have to own up to my accountability, and I retract what I said about certain brothers. You have to do the same thing, man, because if you don't, the Most High is going to pay you a visit. Just like he paid many of us a visit. Respectfully. Don't take it as I'm disrespecting you and what you got going on. I'm not doing that. I saw what you did in the chat, man, and that was uncalled for. Instead of just saying, you know what, born again Israelite, you're right. I seen it, I was like, wow. And so everybody else seen it, and it was like, I seen what others were saying in the chat, and man, I mean, I don't know what else to say except that you're gonna have to, because it's public, you're gonna probably get upset with me. It is what it is. You know how Newgrass now sending people over to my comment section telling me he said what he said. I mean, I already know. He doesn't mean what he said. He doesn't mean what he said. And so, if I don't correct you, and what I saw publicly in the chat, then I'm agreeing with you. And if I was to say something wrong, you would say it too. Raul, you out of pocket. Other people will do the same thing. So, now, man, you have to say, you know what? The Lord got to me. He letting me know what's up. I might have to come out here and say what you need to say and mean it too. You have to mean it. That's another thing. You have to mean it. Scorpio Mama, hello, how you doing? So, Newgrass is really trying to collect an army badly. The UP Farms is not for the Most High. It's definitely not for the Most High whatsoever. It's not for the Most High. And be careful with this land thing. Be careful with it, y'all, because it's not of the Most High. It's of their own pockets. And they don't care for your situation. Because of what Brainwiz talked about, how this dude left. out of nowhere. Only stayed for one day, disappeared. That's crazy. Crazy, I'm telling you. That's crazy. And see, when these people start getting what they get, they leave you. How many of you starting to realize that now? When they get what they're supposed to get, they leave you in the dust. That's what you're seeing with these so-called Israelites. They actors and actresses. They starting to leave you in the dust. They get their certain mark, they leave you in the dust. That's what's going on. You haven't seen Ringo did that. He stick to what he stick to. You haven't seen Brainwiz did that. You haven't seen him did that. Born again Israelite, still staying in the word. He got a family too. These guys got a family and they stick to the word. Newgrass don't care for his family. Except who he's with now. Have y'all noticed that? Except for who he's with now, that's who he really gonna take care of. And so what's happening is it's starting to be a trend. And they know how the people, they know what the people will watch and what they won't watch. And they don't want you to watch this. If I was talking about Zion ladies, what they need to do, oh, they'll be laughing it up. They'll be having their beers. They'll be talking about, welcome back, Rollo. What I say is I'm not dealing with the daughters of Esau. I'm not dealing with the daughters of Esau. I will deal with the daughters of Zion. And see, the daughters of Zion is what I'm supposed to be with. Not the daughters of Esau. I don't want to deal with you black Esau daughters. I want to make that perfectly clear. I can discern it when I see a black Esau woman and the daughters of Zion. The daughters of Zion women been nothing but good to me. It's just that certain things didn't pan out. It is what it is. And so, what I'm trying to get you to see, y'all, these actors and actresses, they don't want the daughters of Zion and the Zion men to go back to its rightful place. They want you to stay here with them. They want you to stay here with them in this kingdom of theirs that's going down. Because how come Jacob ain't worried about the crash? Who's worrying about the crash? Let's see how good the audience is. Who's worrying about the crash? Is you worrying about the crash that's supposed to be coming? I'm not worrying about it. You know, the crazy part is when Esau goes through adversity, he gets mad at Jacob, he gets mad at the world. You don't see me mad at the world for my situation. You don't see me mad at the guys for my situation. Esau don't forgive, y'all. Esau, once he say what he say, he sticks to it. That's how I know these brothers, Ringo and Brainwiz, is the men of the Lord. Because they retract what they said, I retract what I said. We didn't take no videos down. And so what that shows you is owning up to what we said and keep it moving. And so I say this to say, what's up, Zats? What's going on? Over by Born Again Israelite, you have to go watch the video. He did a video. There's a lot of people worshiping Newgrass as their God. And Mark pretty much was in the chat bragging about how many views. He disrespect people with low subscriber counts, that they ain't got nothing going on. So it's not about feeding the flock no more. It's about numbers. It's about who got this, who got that. And I had conversations with this brother, you know, meaning in particular. And it's like, it seemed like he didn't want to get involved. However, he got involved when he was in Ringo's chat, when he got in the crash out video with Newgrass. And he didn't tell Newgrass that he's out of pocket. And so what's happening is he has an issue with Born Again Israelites for rebuking him, when technically he rebuked all of us. I didn't have no issue with that, because he gave out the warning during that live stream. And you know, when you look back at the video of all of us on there, he said what he said. He said, when you go against D. Dowell, make sure your armor is strong. I'm paraphrasing. However, Newgrass was putting spells on my channel that day. Newgrass was putting spells on my channel that day. Think about this, y'all. I would not be surprised if Newgrass got me demonetized with his minions. Think about it. Think about this. If Bray was in the chat, this is how I know Newgrass is definitely a warlock and a witch. I can't remember which video it is. Newgrass called me and told me that I know why your channel's demonetized, because you changed your name. Now, when he said that, it seemed like he knew I was going to be demonetized. Because when he said that, I said, what? Okay, because he talked about his own channel. Because, yeah, when you change your name on YouTube, you will get a message from the bot. Not from the YouTube per se, the bot see you change your name, the AI bot, and they because of people's channels being stolen, remember, people's channels been stolen a few years ago, so that makes sense. However, when he came on my platform, because he wanted me to interview Rufus instead of having Rufus come on his platform, it was like he was trying to control my platform as to say he was on his platform. So the clock was ticking from that day on, y'all. What I'm trying to get y'all to see is this, right? What I'm trying to get y'all to see is that Esau doesn't want me back in the South. Esau don't want me. Zax, I have to say this to you, because I'm glad you're here. You see my community tab, right? Just want to make sure you see my community tab. I'm going to talk about why I'm not working for somebody no more. I will be back to Florida. I can't work for nobody no more. They did something that was totally disrespectful this week. I can't go back. And I'll talk about it a little bit. What's happening with these companies in the North is that they're not paying people on time. They lied about certain things. So I was supposed to be supervisor. And so I supervised because they wanted me to do regular. Then they say, oh, you could come be supervisor. So I went to supervise, and then they tell me, oh, we don't need you to supervise the U.S. Open. We want you to come in such and such day. I said, no, I didn't sign up for this. You told me that I'm going to be supervisor. You changing me into something else, and now you're going to lessen my hours. Because what happens is when you work in the stadium, right? When you work in the stadium, as a regular worker, you only get 3 hours. As a supervisor, you get 7 hours. Why the heck will I go to a stadium for 3 hours? For that, I'll do what I'm doing now. I'd rather be on YouTube for 3 hours than to be at some site for 3 hours, and then I wait every week, and there's nothing, and that money is going to something else that it should not be going to. I should be having more hours to do what I need to do. So they're playing this. You see, the enemy thinks that I'm going to The enemy thinks I'm going to kiss his behind. I'm not going to kiss his behind. I'll take the loss. I'll take the loss. And what I'm noticing is Esau is the north. Yes, to that person in the comment section, yes, the Esau is the north, Jacob is the south. Esau is the north, Jacob represents the southern states. Yes, it is true. Yes. And how I know that is because Esau is so-called black. You know that. The person in the comment section. And what they're trying to do is destroy the South. The witches and warlocks is trying to destroy the South. They're trying to destroy Florida right now. They're trying to destroy Texas. And what's happening is you have an influx of people leaving California, of people leaving New York, and they're going to Florida. Ever since I went to Florida, and I changed my channel name to Floridian Rollo, notice a lot of people are starting to look at Florida as a place to do a business, Texas to do a place of business. And Esau, in his claw on the Gentiles, is making it harder, trying to make it harder for the southern states. He says, I noticed that many northern states doesn't want the righteous men to become leaders at the workplace. Exactly. That's correct. What's up, Divine Artist? What's up? What's going on? And let me say this, because the reason why they think they can keep me here is because once I get back to Florida, it's a wrap, y'all. It's a wrap. I'm not going to say too much. They are petrified because you got Ringo representing North Carolina, you got Ray Wiz representing Georgia, and you have me representing Florida. And it's going to be a person that's going to represent South Carolina. Once we get that going, and we got somebody in Texas, woo-wee, it's on and popping. And so, what D. Dower and Newgrass is trying to do, they're not going to be successful in Florida. However, they're trying to. Then you got a situation where Newgrass might take over Georgia straightway in exchange for doing business with the UP Farms in North Carolina. Listen, we all small subscribers. When did I tell you small subscribers this? For anybody under 50,000, they don't want us on YouTube next year. When I talk to set individuals with large platforms, why they not saying anything about this? I'm talking about those who are over 500,000 subscribers. Because once you over 500,000 subscribers, that's considered elite. That's not small. When you, okay, so let's get with this. 0 subscribers to 50,000 subscribers, what you consider in income terms is low income. It's not to say you don't make money. It's to say you make a certain amount of money, right? When you get to 50 to 100,000 subscribers, you start to get closer to the 6 figures. When you're in 100,000 to 500,000 subscribers, you're closer to being a millionaire. When you have 500,000 subscribers to 1 million subscribers, you're already a millionaire. And when you get to 1 million subscribers and 10 million subscribers, you become close to a multi-millionaire. And when you get to 10 million subscribers and beyond, you become closer to a billionaire. And I'm using that in retrospect. So what's happening is, they letting these numbers get to their head. Do you know the Most High can take that from anybody? We have seen many large subscriber base fall and have not recovered because you're not doing it by the right way. Sometimes somebody who has a small subscriber, the Most High can use them to give a message to the large subscriber base, because sometimes the large subscriber base think they have the answers, and they're not listening to the Lord. They're listening to what they feel instead of having that connection with the Lord. So sometimes the Lord will use somebody with no subscribers, come in your chat, tell you what the Most High can send somebody in your chat that have no subscribers and give you a warning. So you have to be very careful of disrespecting those who may not have the support you have, may not have the reach you have, because the Most High could use anybody. He could use an animal. We heard in the Bible he used a baby to prophesy. He could use anything. So we have to be very careful, because if we don't listen and something goes down, the Most High gonna make you see, because he gave you the warning. So what I will do is hold myself accountability and say, yeah, you know what? I was involved. Let me correct it. Let me retract my statements and keep it moving. That's exactly what we all did. Because the Lord is not playing with none of us. He ain't playing with none of us. He ain't playing with none of us at all. All right, so let's see. We got 10 likes in the chat. That's what's up. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Let me see how we're going to do this. If you want to come on and talk to me, Divinely Artist, if you want to come on and talk to me, if you got time, cool. Zax, if you want to come on and talk to me, you got time, cool. I'll put the link in the chat. If any ladies want to come on and have a conversation with me, I will put the link in the chat right now. Hold on 1 second. Let me put the link in the chat. Let me go to my thing. Let me go to my thing right now and put the link in the chat. If you guys want to support, cool. It's up to you. Either Cash App. Let me do this here. All right. Let me put the link in the chat. All right, the link is in the chat. Should you want to come on and talk, You have the opportunity to have a conversation with Rollo. So let's get some scriptures. Let's get some scriptures real quick. I'm gonna have to do it on my phone. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on my phone, y'all. Hold on one second. Because I don't want to have too many screens. That's gonna, OBS is not gonna be able to handle too much screens. Yeah, I'll do it on my phone. I got mine in here to make sure everything's good. Okay, man. We should get some people on if they decide to come on. Let's see what happens. Let me go to the scriptures real quick. Let me go to it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Phone's been acting strange. Okay, let's go to it. First Peter chapter 5, verse 2 to 4. Feed the flock of God which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, meaning force, by willingly, not for filthy lucre. Let me read it again. First Peter chapter 5, verse 2. Feed the flock of God which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, meaning force, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. Verse 3. Yes, not for filthy lucre's sake. Not doing it because you're getting something, now you don't want to feed the flock. See, that's what I'm saying, they don't want to feed the flock. Once they barely get fat, they only use the word of the Lord when it's convenient, not when we're not doing it willingly, doing it the righteous way. Let me read that again. 1 Peter 5 and 2. Feed the flock of God which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. Verse 3. Neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being examples to the flock. Let me read that again. Neither as being lords over God's heritage, but examples to the flock. Verse 4, and when the shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. Exactly. So, people are panicking about what's going on around them. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking. Why do I need to panic? Why do I need to panic? Why do I need to panic with everything going on? That's what Esau does. Esau's panicking about society, his society. He's panicking about his society. Because he knows he has done wrong by everybody. And now everybody's going to know who Esau really is, the so-called black Esau that's among us. And they're going to be the tares and we the wheat. And so what's going to happen is, in 2025, more likely, as we see the eclipse, the shift changing, meaning Jacob is starting to get into his prominence and going through the adversity. We're starting to see who's Jacob, who's not Jacob. It's being obvious right now in front of you listeners, in front of those who's tuning in, doing your own research. You get what I'm saying? So Divinely Artists, if you're not doing anything, come on the platform. You know what I'm saying? Come on the platform, because I know you want to talk about this. Zaz, I know you're busy. Salute to you. If you're not busy, Divine, with your family, you can come on for 5 minutes, come on for 5 minutes. At least for 5 minutes. So, yeah, yeah, we pretty much said the scripture that needed to be said. And like I said, I just want to see the men hold themselves accountable for what they did. These guys. And if you look at it, men want to be worshiped. You're not supposed to be worshiped. The only one that's supposed to be worshiped is the Heavenly Father in Christ. That's it. That's supposed to be worshiped. And see, it's unfortunate. But when I saw that, man, I was like, wow. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Uh-oh. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Seemed like my plug came off my mic. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Put a 5 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Because my mic came off, I plugged it back in. It should be good though. It should be good. Okay, it should be good. I appreciate y'all liking the video. Appreciate y'all liking the video. I truly, truly do. And so, all I can tell you is this, right? What I'm doing now is being more serious, being on YouTube, because we're gonna get to the topic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for work no more in the northern states. I'm not looking for work no more. So I want to be clear with my audience. I'm not looking for work no more in the northern states, right? So you're saying, Rollo, what you gonna do? I know what I have to do. And once I see I reach that goal on YouTube, and next month they come and the goal comes, because I know what type of content I have to do. I have to do a lot more content now. If I seriously want to be in Florida next month, I cannot depend on any company in the north. Because what's happening is, you know how long it took me just to get to this point? I applied for this individual company, and Zach could confirm it, about a month and a half ago. About a month and a half ago. Yo, they taking 2-3 months just to even give you a call. No cap, y'all. No cap. They give you a month to 2 months just to give you a call. You know how long it takes in Florida? Not even a week. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. In most cases, in the South, you will get a call within a week, and they'll let you know within a day if they don't need you or not. They don't play those games. In the North, they'll call you. You got to go through all this different companies, different websites, asking you if you're a citizen. All this nonsensical stuff just to get work. And that takes about 10 days. And then with the company, it's another 10 days before they even tell you to come in for a second interview. You're going to wait a month. Answer this question. Tell me if I'm crazy. Would you wait a month for somebody to call you for work? Even if it's the simplest work. Even if it's the simplest work, you gotta wait a month. They don't do that in the southern states for the most part. Unless it's a northern company. Then, yeah, you might wait a little while longer. However, oh man, I'm telling you, man. Tell me if I'm set tripping. I would rather do this. I would rather do this and do the Lord's calling and don't look back at these northern companies. I don't got time for it. I don't got time for them and they nonsense, y'all. because they're not gonna they gonna play this game with me, and it's like now we almost in September. No, 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 no. So what I decided to do is shut off certain things. So if you guys don't hear from me, I'm not talking about YouTube. If you guys don't hear from me, if you try to call, a consultation, you may not hear from me on that part for a while, meaning the phone. I decided to cut certain things off because I don't want, because people will call me and they'll be concerned if they don't hear from me. I don't want y'all to be concerned. Just know that I'm not going to pay for certain things. I'm going to try to save as much as possible to get back to Florida. And that's all to it. I'm not looking back. I already made a decision. When I get back to Florida, I turn back on certain things, and that's it. I already had this conversation with family members, and I'm very serious, and I'm very transparent. I'm really, really serious now. I'm all in 100% with this YouTube thing. I'm going to do certain content, and I know the Most High will make it to whereas the monetization would be to the point to where he lead the people to watch, and I will use those funds and bring my behind right back to Florida. If I do get cash apps, that's cool. I'm to the point, if I don't get cash apps, I'm going back to Florida next month. I'm trying not to touch certain things with the house because I might have to get rid of one house and give it to somebody else to take over. I might have to do that because I have to pay these people. You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of sacrifices I'm going to have to make. You see what happens when you take care of your business, at the same time, things start happening on the internet and it's off the internet. I have no control over that. At the same time, I'm looking at what's going on and I have to talk about it because the Most High put it in my spirit to talk about it. Because you guys, if you see me do something wrong, you will be saying I did something wrong. And rightfully so. And so I don't want the brother to lose anything. That's not my ill intent towards you, Mark. That's not my ill intent. What I'm saying to you is own up to it because you were in both of these guys' chat. That's not a lie. And you have to own up to it. Anything I said about Rego, about Newgrass, I don't deal with Newgrass. I won't ever deal with Newgrass. Ever again. I retract what I said about Rego. I retract what I said about Braywiz. They did the same thing. And we're just doing our thing on our channels. They come in the platform. I come on their live. Sometimes they come on my live stream. We just talk, and we go on from there, letting the masses know what's going on because we've been done wrong, and you've been done wrong too, Mark. At the same time, you don't want to get involved. When the scriptures say you're involved because you was there. It is what it is, y'all. You didn't have to be there in person, yet you said what you said. And anything I said about them, I retracted. Anything they said about me, behind the scenes or in public, they retract. That's what men's supposed to do. And that's what ladies supposed to do with ladies. You know what I'm saying? So, Corey said, nope, I will not wait a month for work. Come on, that's crazy. That's Esau, man. That's the northern states. That's the Ibaraxis for you, man. That's the Ibaraxis for you, y'all. Telling you, man. Telling you. Telling you, for real, for real. So I'm going 400%. Now you're going to have some of these content creators say, oh, Rollo, that's crazy. You're going to depend on YouTube No, I'm depending on the Lord because the Lord knows He wants me back in Florida. The Lord knows why I need to be back in Florida. So I'm depending on the Lord. And whatever help comes out of that. Because I was listening to 200 Acres, man. I'm to the point, man. Look, I'm not disrespecting nobody in the northern states that's working. What I'm going to say is, I'm not dealing with y'all no more. I'm done dealing with y'all in the games that these companies playing in the north. Because now you have my personal information. Technically, I could call my lawyer and say they're using my personal information. They're supposed to not even have my personal information. Because, see, what they don't know is I have the receipts. Is it worth going to the lawyer for this? No, this is the northern states. They don't have the funds. I was talking to a friend that sued a particular business, and he said it took 3 years to get that money. So if a lot of taxpayers is leaving New York, I'm not going to wait 3 years for some money. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. They know I can take them to court because they told me I was supposed to be a supervisor. Then they're going to switch it. They're not supposed to do that. I could take them to court for that. But why would I do that? Wait 3 years for some check or 4 years. I let the Most High deal with them. Trying to get me to work for 3 hours, you know, at some U.S. Open, as a regular worker. And you mean that's why they don't have no people. It's no wonder they don't have no people. They're not giving them hours. But you know my line of work, you should have stick to supervisor. We want to change it. Oh, wow, really? It's crazy. You tell me one thing, you want to do another. You tell me one thing, you want to do another. And this is going back to feeding the flock. Even with company, even with business. This goes with business too. You're supposed to feed the flock. Christ was getting paid for his work. The disciples was getting paid for their work. You're supposed to feed the flock. They got paid for their work. What Christ didn't like is these people was using, like how some of these content creators is using and boasting and bragging. That's what he flipped the tables for, because they was boasting and bragging about how much they got going on, and they wasn't doing it for the kingdom. They wasn't doing it for the Most High. They was doing it for themselves. And what this shows you is certain people don't want to see you win. They talk about they want to see you win, yet they don't want to see you win. That's the crazy part. They talk about they want to see you win, yet they don't want to see you win. It is what it is, y'all. So, hey, look. Now y'all know I'm on here 100%. I don't care what these other content creators are going to say. I'm doing it 100%. You're going to see me on here a lot because I'm going to get these views up. I'm going to get it up to where I'm getting back to Florida. I have full trust in the Lord. He will make a way for me to be back to Florida next month regardless of what anybody say. I don't care what family say, what my ladies say, what the world say. I said to the Most High, you want me back down there? I'm not dealing with none of these companies. You see the games they playing? I'm done. I'm going full mode on this internet. You better believe it. And shout out to Sanina, her subscriber base, Brainwiz, Ringo, and everybody else. Thank y'all all for tuning in to the show. And so we're going to play this video here. We're going to play this video right now. Give me 1 second. Let me get out of this. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Let me know y'all can hear me loud and clear, y'all. Let me know y'all can hear me loud and clear. Let me know y'all can hear me loud and clear. Put a 5 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. All right. All right. We're not going to go to CNBC. I hope y'all can hear me. We're going to go to a channel called Timothy Ward. Timothy Ward. We're going to listen to what Timothy Ward has to say, okay? Yeah, go check out Timothy Ward. This is my first time listening to Timothy Ward, all right? All right, let's get to it.
Wages have kind of stayed stagnant. The workload has increased. They want more out of you. Benefits are getting crappier and crappier. All these things were already happening. And I think the Great Resignation, phases 1 and 2, the quitting and the quiet quitting, I think it would have eventually happened anyway. I think 2020 sped it up. So it probably would have happened in 2028 or something anyway, because we were heading in that direction. But when you add in all the things that happened in 2020 and then people come back to work or they get another job and they're just sitting there like, you know, I've been doing this in this same field for 7 years and I've only got a raise once. You know, my benefits are crappier than when I started. And a big one is that a lot of people quit in the first phase of the Great Resignation. A lot of people just left. So the people who stayed on their jobs, the workload has increased for them. Not only have over the past 10 years or so employers been increasing workloads on people, but now like it's increased. You know, if you got a company with 100 employees and 30 of them quit.
Yep, that's facts. Quiet quitting has been going on for a long time, y'all. Quiet quitting been going on for a long time. Believe it.
The 70 that's left, that increased their workload. 50 of them quit, that doubles your workload. And that's been happening at a lot of places. Large numbers of people just quit. So the people who stayed, they're already disillusioned, and now you want them to work more for the same money. And every day they're seeing somebody else putting their stuff in a box walking out the door. And they're just like, I don't have to take this. I'll come in. I'll physically be here. If you look at my workstation or at my desk, I will be here. And I'll be doing my job. But I'm just going to do my job to the letter. I'm not going to try to win Employee of the Month. I'm not trying to get a promotion. I'm not trying to get a raise. I'm just basically like a work zombie here. I'm here, brains. I go home at the end of the day. And I leave work at work. You know, people quiet quit. There's no going home, doing extra work, thinking of, no. They go to work. They do as little as possible to keep from getting wrote up or getting fired. They go home and that's it.
Yeah, a lot of people go home. They don't return back. They don't return back at all whatsoever. And you're going to see an uptick, especially more so in the northern states as the year progresses. If we go to 2025, it's going to get more crazier.
So that brings us to the discussion portion of this video. And the question is quiet quitting a good thing or a bad thing? And there's so many different ways you can look at it. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on it. What do you think about quiet quitting? Have you quiet quit? Are you planning on quiet quitting in the future? Let us know. So some people I know will be like, quiet quitting is a good thing, because at least the person's still showing up. At least they're still at work and their job is still getting done. But you could counter if you're already
We are going to go over common pieces of career advice that job seekers get.
mentally checked out, how good of a job are you actually doing? And wouldn't it be better to actually like quit so someone else who really wants that job?
The quiet quitting is you put in a certain amount of time, you kind of deal with the BS, and after you know you have a certain amount, you go. Here's the thing though, it's going to be more bigger than that. People, listen, y'all tell me in the chat about this. It's going to be bigger than quiet quitting. There's people right now, I'm not the only one, that don't know where they're going to get their dollar at, all right? We don't know where we're going to get our dollar at. I'm not the only one. I'm the only one that you know of that's transparent. I don't know where I'm going to get my next dollar. Let me tell you something. I'm not kissing none of these folks behind. I'm not letting them disrespect me. Once you disrespect me, I'm walking out. That's it. I'm not going back the next day. Once I see you disrespect me and you don't keep your word, I'm walking out. I'm not begging for you to keep me where you say you're going to keep me at. I'm not doing none of that. Because what you're showing the Most High, not man, listen carefully. What you're showing the Most High is that you don't trust him. I trust the Most High. Let me tell you why. Because if I didn't, I would have begged for them to keep me as supervisor. By me walking away, a lot of people in the world say, Rollo, you crazy. You know you need that money, right? No, I need the Lord to put me in the place I'm supposed to be. Not what man, what woman, what the world thinks. That's what's happening with most of the people in YouTube and off of YouTube. When you worry about what they think, they got you. Now, it's nothing wrong listening to counseling. It's nothing wrong listening to guys who know the truth and get counseling. What I'm saying is, this is what the Lord has showed me. He doesn't want me to do it. Because if it was meant for me to do it, they would not do what they did. So I have to be careful how I spend money in this damn time. And when I do get money, it's to save it to get the heck out of here, not to stay. So I'm going in on this YouTube. Y'all have not ever heard me talk like this. I'm going in 100%. I'm always keeping it real. It's just that now I'm really done with working in the northern states. I came here to do what I'm supposed to do. The incident happened. It is what it is. And because of the incident, I'm stuck in the north for the time being. It's only for a short time because now I'm like, because I know that they're gonna be like, oh, why are you saying this? I'm saying this now because I'm not in fear. I'm not in doubt. I was in doubt when I lost that gig at the beach, y'all. I was in doubt. I will admit that. And I allowed that doubt to override what the Most High had in store for me. And I did what I was supposed to do in Orlando. At the same time, I finished off taking care of a lot of stuff, and now stuff is starting to, come back in, creep back in. It will be eventually taken care of. I'm not even worrying about it. I'm not stressing myself out. I'm not putting no doubt. I know the Most High wants me to do this content and to go all in. And whatever I'm supposed to receive, I receive. Because I be doggone darn it. Because I went $200 to Florida. Yes, I had a lady. I had a place to stay. I didn't have my own vehicle. I didn't have my own vehicle within 3 months. The relationship is over. No problem. Have no issues with her. So I have no issues with Charity. So at the end of the day, Then I gotta be mindful of the ladies out there with. It's not their fault. It's just me learning. It is what it is. So hey, look, we're gonna let this continue. Let's go.
Job, or maybe needs that job, can take it. But then you could counter that argument and be like, ain't nobody trying to work these days. Everybody's hiring. So it's not like in the past, if you quit a job, there'd be 20 people applying for it. In a lot of places around the country, there are job openings galore. I know this. I travel the country pretty frequently, and I like to get on Indeed and ZipRecruiter and these other job sites just to check the temperature of the job market in the areas I'm in, and I have never seen more job openings. So there's no guarantee if you quit your job and vacate it for someone else that there is a someone else. So you might be like, yeah, you might think I'm doing the company a service, continuing to come in. But are you doing yourself a service? We have to ask. By continuing to go to a company and to a job that you don't like, that's not.
That's a good question. That is a good point. Are you doing you pleasing them, even though you don't want to be there? Are you taking care of yourself? Because at the end of the day, Lord forbid anything happen for you, they ain't gonna care. They're not gonna call you. Listen to me. They're not gonna call you to see how you're doing. They only call you to see how you're doing when it benefits them. I'm just saying, he's on point with this. Let's go.
Fulfilling you, because you're going to be in a bad mood the whole time. You don't quiet quit and then go to work and be in a good mood. You go to work and then every little thing sets you off even more and you start to do even less. Or you eventually just quit. So would it be better to just not go ahead and quit now maybe? And save yourself all that mental anguish and anger and aggravation? But then we come back to the reason why a lot of people are quiet quitting and not just quitting. They need the check, need the benefits. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. We live in a society where we all need a check of some sort coming from somewhere. But I would say that in today's job market, in the workplace today, there are so many available jobs that instead of staying at a job I did not like and just doing the bare minimum, be looking for something new. When you get off work and you've left work at home, when you've left work at work, go home and look for new work. That would be my recommendation. Go home and look for new work. Because you might be thinking the job market is like it was in 2010.
This guy is on fire, man. He's on fire with his assessments. Ooh, wait, man, y'all know that he's saying some things that is making you. I'm not telling you what to do. What I'm saying is, if the environment is not on point, and your spirit is not on point with this particular place, quiet quitting is the norm. Me, I'm walking out. I'm walking out. Me, I'm not saying because I do it, you want to do it, it's up to you. Me, I just walk out and not look back.
Last time you was looking for a job, it's not like that no more. There are a lot of good jobs, a lot of good positions in all areas of the ladder and outside the ladder in all industries, all different levels. There are a lot of good jobs out there with some decent companies. Some people left their jobs. It wasn't that the company sucked. They just got a better job. Some people got promoted very high, very quickly because other people quit. So I think there are some really good opportunities out there. And I would say, hey, I totally understand why you quiet quitting.
I quit the overnight job in Orlando. And when I quit the overnight job in Orlando, somebody else got the higher position. It is what it is. It's meant for them. I wasn't waiting because it was just too much disrespect in the overnight shift. Especially my expertise, I should not have been in the night shift. However, I did it because I had some place to stay at the time in Pad Split, and I had this rental car. And then when I looked at how much I was making at Dashing, I said, nah, I gotta leave this overnight shift. And then eventually, when I tried to get a vehicle again and the nonsense happened, I left Florida for the time being. You know what I'm saying? To take care of the business I'm supposed to take care of. And that's about that. Let's continue.
And keep doing it as long as you have to, but put some time and some effort. Maybe some of the time and effort that you used to put towards your old job, put that towards finding your new job. That way you can find a job that you can go to and you want to be there. You want to work there. And I'm here to tell you, you can probably find the same or more pay, the same or better benefits. The universe is abundant, and a lot of times it's us who holds ourselves back because we think we can't do it.
Yo, he's clever. He's clever with his editing. I like that, man. I like this guy, man. Yeah, go check him out, man. He makes it interesting. Oh man, that's funny, man. That's funny, man. He got the lady showing the money off, man. That's funny. That's hilarious.
But if you actively start looking for a job with the same or better pay, the same or better benefits, I think you can find.
Hey, that's the daughter of Zion. Listen, the daughter of Zion, man. That's what the daughter of Zion do, man. Shout out to the daughter of Zion. When they get that money like that, be waving it like that. Shout out to my sister, the daughter of Zion, man. You got the Gentiles, you got these strange women stealing your ideas, man. He should have put a sister like that, man, for real. She might be a sister. She might be a Zion. At the same time, man, shout out to Zion, man. Shout out to them.
Find it. And then you don't have to be in this relationship with your job, with your work that you don't want to be in. You don't have to quite quit. You can actually go to work. Now, that's not saying you need to jump back into crazy hustle culture and at your new job just 60-hour a week. But have that balance. Have that balance. Now you know you like having time to spend with your friends and your family and doing stuff at home and your hobbies and all that. Keep that. Find a job that allows you to keep as much of that as possible, but that also, that when you do go to work for 40 hours, maybe 45, you enjoy it, you want to be there, you want to grow with the company. So those are my thoughts on this whole quiet quit phenomenon. I think it's super exciting. You know me, anything about quitting jobs or the workplace, I'm into it. I look into it. So I want to share this with y'all. Once again, in the comment box below, let's talk about this.
All right, so that's about that. His name is Timothy Ward. Timothy Ward, I heard of him. Probably from O'Shea's channel. He probably was over by O'Shea's channel a while back. Yeah, it might be. It might be from O'Shea's channel. If it's not from O'Shea's channel, it could be from the Angry Man. One of those two guys. I heard about him. So the name does ring a bell. So salute to him. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to go check out his channel, he talk about different topics and stuff like that. I just happened to see this one. I already did the other guy, yesterday. So let me get out of this. All right, can y'all hear me real good? Let's get into something else. Let me get back to the StreamYard thing. Get back to that. Yeah, so this is a good one, y'all. This is a good one. Definitely a good one, y'all. I appreciate y'all participating in the chat. What's up, Joe? Joe, you busy? Can you come on, Joe? Do you got time, Joe? I know it's early. Yeah, I want to talk to Joe if he's not, because I want to talk to one of y'all, man. The reason why is I want to, get an add-on conversation. I appreciate y'all listening to me. Yeah, I know you fellas is busy and everything. I appreciate you tuning in, listening in. But if you ain't busy, Joe, come on for these 5 minutes, man. 5 minutes of your time. because I'm fully committed to YouTube, man, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Why I gotta deal with this? You see what I'm dealing with? I gotta deal with this lady with the music, man. You see what I gotta deal with, y'all? There's nothing I can do about this, man. It's like they don't want me to be monetized. YouTube, please. YouTube, please. Do not demonetize because somebody playing music outside. It's too early for this, man. It's not even 11 o'clock. They're supposed to have something going on for the community today. And they're going to play this music 10 o'clock in the a.m. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, man. Oh, man. Can y'all hear me? I hope the music doesn't pick up. If you're not busy, Joe, come on real quick. But let me say this, right? Because I'm going to have to get off this thing, man. In closure, y'all. In closure. In closure, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the show. I haven't seen if Joe say he want to come on or not. But I will tell y'all this, right? Think about what I'm saying, man. Think about what I'm saying and look into it yourself. Because a lot of these places, they don't have enough robots, they don't have enough migrants to do the work. And they know that. All this playing games with people are just walking away. That's what I did. You know, I've been committed to YouTube. I'm just 100% in, y'all. I'm not dealing with no more sites. The gig economy is when I go back to Florida. I'll deal with the gig economy in Florida. It is what it is, y'all. I'm not dealing with no more sites in New York. I'm fully committed to this YouTube thing. And the goal is to be back in Florida around the corner. And I'm going to do serious content. You're going to see me more invested into this YouTube thing. And it will speak for itself. So this is Floridian Bravo signing off. Y'all take it easy and peace.